After a poor Premier League campaign last season, West Ham ended the season on a high. Let's go back to the 7th of June when Jarrod Bowen was put clean through and all he had to do was beat the goalkeeper, and he did. He ended 43 years of hurt as West Ham went unbeaten and won the Europa Conference League. Declan Rice lifted the trophy in front of our fans in Prague. Everyone was happy. Everyone was excited. The players, the fans, the owners, everyone connected with West Ham. The next day, we had a parade. The streets of East London were filled with claret and blue. And then it all went wrong. Only a few short weeks later, our captain, Declan Rice, who we all fell in love with, well, he went to the north side of London, leaving West Ham for a record transfer fee at the time. And then every signing, every player we was linked with, we just couldn't get through the door. Tim Steidten didn't want David Moyes' signings. Moyes didn't want Tim Steidten's. We didn't know what was going on. The season was only weeks away. Then all of a sudden, Tim Steidten found his plane keys. He got on his aeroplane and he started bringing the signings in. Alvarez, Ward-Prowse, Mavropanos and Kudus joined the club. And ever since then, it's been a high. It's been a great start to this season. It's been an unbelievable start. You know, we wasn't expecting it. I'll be honest. The signings started coming through the door, and I think there started to be a little bit more positivity around the fan base. We started the season, you know, let's have a look. Let's get the fixtures up here. Let's have a look. We all remember opening day of the season, Bournemouth away, very difficult game. Good point on the road. And then things just got better. We beat Chelsea at home, 3-1. Great win over our London rivals. And then it gets even better. West Ham fans never thought we was going to see the day when we would go to Brighton and win. And we done it in style. Yes, it was a bit defensive, but we done them on the attack. They couldn't handle us that day. And that put us top of the league. Not for long, but we enjoyed it. And then Friday night football, we went to Luton. A very difficult game. A very difficult place to go to. Luton's first home game in the Premier League. And we won again. It was a great start to the season. Winning 3 out of our first 4 Premier League games. Unheard of for West Ham. But next up, we played Manchester City at home. And as you know, we didn't take our chances. 1-0 up. We could have been 2 up. We just didn't take our chances. But look, you're playing the treble winners, Manchester City. They're a great team. Great side. So if we'd have got anything out of that game, it would have been a buzz. We would have loved that. But then next up, we was in Europa League action. Back in the Europa League, the competition that we reached a semi-final only a couple of seasons ago. We played Bacca Topola, and it was a comfortable 3-1 home win. You know, a lot of fringe players got a run out that day. And yeah, and then after that, as you can see, as you all know, we went to Anfield, another ground that we don't really do well at. Yeah, once again, it's another game just like the Man City game. We went 1-0 down. We got back into the game. We had chances. In fact, skip their first goal. We had chances to go 1-0 up. Antonio with one of the worst misses of the season and a Souček header. You know, on another day could have been a different story. But that's the West Ham story. We don't win at Anfield. We've won there once in 650 years or something like that. Next up was the League Cup. We went to Lincoln, which, I'll be honest, 1-0 win. It was a very, very tricky game. In fact, Lincoln probably should have won it. You know, it was a windy night in Lincoln, but we got the job done. Super Tommy Souček saving our blushes and a potential banana skin. Next up, we played Sheffield United at home. Comfortable victory, wasn't great. Second half went very quiet. The job was done in the first half. But we got the result, and that's all that matters. Then, probably the most difficult game in our Europa League group, I think, was Freiburg. And we went there and we put a bar in 10 minutes. They had a 10-minute spell. We dominated the game. And to get a victory away in Europe And that actually broke a record. We're the first British team to go 17 games unbeaten in Europe. Now, I don't care what level of European competition you play at, to go home and away and not lose is a great achievement. And it's one that hopefully West Ham can add to over the next few games and try to make it 20. If we go unbeaten this season, we win another European trophy. So come on, West Ham, let's do it. And then, as you'll know, on Sunday, Newcastle at home, draw was a fair result. Draw was a fair result. You know, it was difficult game. You know, difficult team, Newcastle. They're coming off the back of a great Champions League win. It was very difficult, but we got a point. We got a point. So when you look at the start of the season in all competitions, we've played 11, won 7, drawn 2, lost 2, scored 21, and conceded 14. Now, when I look at that, scoring goals, we love to see. Conceding 14. That's something that going into the next part of the season after the international break, we need to sort of tighten up that defence. And Areola's only got 1 clean sheet this season, so he needs to add more to his. He needs that clean sheet bonus. But yeah, when you look at the teams that we've played, especially in the Premier League, look, 2 wins out of 2 in Europe. Only played 1 in the League Cup, and we won that. So in the Premier League, you know, to play 8 games, win 4, only lose 2, and to lose against Man City and Liverpool, it's not a surprise to anyone, really. You know, if you're going to pick 2 games that we probably would have lost out of them, it was probably going to be them 2. Obviously, drawing with Bournemouth and Newcastle. But when you look at the wins and the teams we've beat, bearing in mind we've played Brighton away, which we never do get anything there. Chelsea at home, we usually get a result against them, but it's one of Pochettino's first few games. So, you know, I think it's his 2nd game in charge. So you never know what Chelsea is going to turn up. And then playing City, Liverpool, I think we've done all right. I think we've actually had a great start to the season. And I know it's not been great sometimes to watch. And I know it has been defensive. But I think when you look at the overall team that we're starting to build, you know, especially in the new signings, the impact that they've had. Alvarez just sits there, breaking up the play. Ward-Prowse looks for the space. Every time he gets that ball, all he wants to do is get it forward, look for someone that's making the run. He's always forward thinking. And that's someone that we've missed. I'll be honest, when Declan Rice left the football club, I was worried that we wasn't going to get in, you know, because it's tough to replace Declan Rice. But, and I mean this with a great respect, I think our midfield balance is a lot better now. You know, Souček, he's just started the season flying. He's got that little bit of freedom now where he can go forward, but he's also very effective at the back, helping out in defence. Jared Bowen, you know, 5 goals already this season. And, you know, it's probably because we never had that balance last season, that midfield, and Bowen had to be a bit more defensive. But when you look at it, now he gets forward more. And he's just signed a new 7-year deal. That was something that not a lot of people see coming. I mean, I've done a video and I said he was going to sign a new contract. So, who knows? I'm in the know. I'm a new ITK. I'm in the know. But there was a lot of people out there saying that, oh, no, he's going Liverpool, his head's turned, blah, blah, blah. I just had a feeling that Bowen was going to sign that deal. And it's great credit to the football club that we got that deal done, and fair play to Jared Bowen. But, yeah, I mean, I'll give you a quick look at the Premier League table. Yeah? As you can see, we sit in seventh place, you know. 3 points off the top 4, you know. But as a West Ham fan, we always have to have a look over our shoulder, and we are 10 points clear of the relegation zone. A little bit of relief, but a bad run, and you can find yourself back down there. But yeah, I mean, look, it's been a great start to the season. You can see there, played 8, won 4, drawn 2, lost 2, scored 15, conceded 12, plus 3 goal difference, and on 14 points. Let's have a look. I'll tell you what. Warrior. Let's have a look at the top goal scorers. As I said, Jared Bowen, sitting there pretty on. This is in all competitions, by the way, on 5 goals. What a start to the season. As I said, Thomas Souček, look at that. Great start to the season. 4 goals already. Kudus, who's going to be an important player for us over the next few weeks. He's going to be a big part. We have got the African Cup of Nations, I believe, coming up. So we might lose him. So I'm hoping that he gets a lot more starts in the Premier League and can add to that goal tally. James Ward-Prowse, Antonio, Paqueta, Aguerd and Kurt Zuma, you can see there on the list. Let's have a look at the assists. There you go. Look, James Ward-Prowse absolutely smashing it. 6 assists so far this season. And look at that. One other player that I spoke about who I've been very impressed with, Vladimir Coufal. We've got our old Coufal back. The Coufal that we fell in love with. I don't know if he's been eating a bit of the old potato salad off of Souček, but wherever they're putting in that, give it to some of the other players because it's been an unbelievable start to the season for all of them players, especially Coufal, but Ward-Prowse to come in from a relegated team. I know he's got the Premier League experience, but it's still tough to settle in at a new place, new players, new surroundings. But yeah, he's hit the ground running, and what a signing is he been. 30 million, one of the bargains of the season. Next up, we've got the let's have a look at what we've got coming up. Let's have a look at what we've got coming up after the international break, because we have got some difficult games, but we've got winnable games. Villa away, difficult, but we have, over the last few seasons, we have got a result there. And then Olympiacos away in the Europa League, tough game at home to Everton, struggling Everton. Then we've got the League Cup where we play Arsenal. Let's see if Declan Rice is going to play in that one. That will be very interesting if he does. Sellout crowd. That'll be a good London derby under the lights. And then just before the international break, we play Olympiacos at home in the Europa League, and then we end it with Nottingham Forest. But look, going forward, I just want to have a quick little chat about the team that I want to see going forward. The team that, I said it on post-match pint, Antonio, for me, is getting to that stage of his career where I think he can't play every week. He needs to have a couple of weeks on the bench, give Kudus a start. Let's see what he can do. Or even putting Bowen up top, Kudus on the right. But yeah, I think a fresh Antonio coming on the 60th minute, 65 minutes against a tired defence. I think it could be, that's the stage of his career now where he's at. I love Antonio. He's been a great player for us, but I just think now that we might need to see the change. So this is my team that I want to see going forward. Obviously, barring any injuries, Areola in goal, Coufal, Zuma, Aguerd. Look, Aguerd has been a little bit shaky over the past few weeks, but I'm going to stick with him. But Mavropanos is pushing for a start. So Aguerd, maybe he could be another one that maybe being dropped could be good for him. But I'm sticking him in. Emerson at left back. Love Emerson. Been so impressed with him. In midfield, I've gone for Ward-Prowse and Alvarez in the middle. And then Bowen on the right. Souček sitting in front of Ward-Prowse and Alvarez. And then Paqueta on the left with Kudus up top. I just think Paqueta on the left, great link-up play, great relationship with Emerson down the left. Bowen, as we know, on the right, likes to drift in. And I think Souček just sitting in that position now brings that little bit of what we need, that little bit of height, breaking up play. I would like to see him maybe swap sometimes with Ward-Prowse and have Souček sitting alongside Alvarez with Ward-Prowse sitting in front of him. But Kudus at top, for me, has to happen. I think he's been a great signing. He's an exciting signing. He got his first Premier League goal against Newcastle. A great finish. He's already got a couple of goals in Europe. Give this boy time and he will shine. And you can also mix it about because he can also go out to the right and Bowen can go up top. Or, look, as you said, if you needed to, bring Antonio on, Souček off, Kudus goes where Souček is, Antonio up top. But yeah, that's the lineup I want to see. Please give me your thoughts on the start to the season, the signings. Have you been surprised with how quick they're settled in? Anyone that has disappointed you? Souček and Soufal, how impressed have you been with them two so far this season? Yeah, your standout results so far. I know we're only 8 games into the season, but it's international break. There's not much to talk about, so little videos like this helps the channel. But yeah, I think it's been a great start to the season. As I said at the beginning of the video, it was doom and gloom before the start, but now we're sitting here on a high. You know, there's a lot more happier people in the fan base. There are still some negatives out there. I'm not gonna say that everything's perfect, and it could have been a better start. But sometimes we have to go defensive to win football games. For me, I want to be entertained, but it's a results business. And if we're winning all the time, if we're picking up the results, the performances will come. And yeah, I just think it's been a great start to the season. Long may it continue. And yeah, I'll leave that there. As I said, give me all your thoughts, your comments. Who would be your preferred starting 11? As always, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel out. Subscribe as well. Our subscribers went flying at the weekend. I think we got over like 1,300 new subscribers. So we're trying to get back with the content. As you can see, I've been doing a lot more videos, getting back into the swing of that. On the social, I will be bringing back, hopefully next week. I have got a new Premier League show out as well. So if you want to watch that, give it a watch. It'll help me out because, as I said, I'm trying to get back into the swing of things of doing videos on my own. I'm not sure we're doing Friday Night Pint this week because of England, but we will have stuff coming out. Dan's going to be working on the James Collins stuff that we done last week with him at the Q&A. The night with Ginger Pele at the Brewdog was a brilliant night. If you wasn't there, I wish you would have been because it was really good. But yeah, look, I'm going to end that there. It's been a great start to the season. West Ham are on the up. Come on, you Irons! We are West Ham's Clan Army!